Jerry Sloan. We will keep discussing this as we carry on in the first case that Jerry Sloan passed away 2 years ago.
It's just crazy. It's crazy to think. And it was Alzheimer's and dementia, something that even in my family we're very around, and we've been around it. We understand how it can affect families. And that was the whole point of this, is to kind of just realize you really got to have a good mental health. You really got to be able to take a lot of these challenges that we're going through right now. And a good athlete that you may not like him. I was never really a big fan of him in the NBA, but Kevin Love. Kevin Love was a guy that 2 years ago, during a Hawks game of all games, I mean, they're playing the Hawks. How much pressure in 2018 were the Hawks? That he got so worked up, he got so stressed out that he couldn't breathe, and then he passed out on the floor, and then he thought he was gonna die. It's just crazy how much stress can build up and do something like that to you, especially somebody who plays basketball and has all the money in the world. It doesn't matter if you're poor, if you're rich, or whatever. It affects all of us. And it's definitely something during this pandemic that we really have to have a positive outlook, or we're just going to continue. We can't beat up each other. We can't continue to fight each other during all this. We all have to work as one. That's the whole point. And May, and I don't know if I had said this before, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. This whole month is to dedicate something like that. It's just silly to let something like that hang over your head for so long. But since then, Kevin Love has transformed. He's created the Kevin Love Fund, an organization that helps, create a positive outlook. But he also tries to meet with people, specifically like Matthew McConaughey of all people, and teamed up with Just Keep Living Foundation. All right. To basically empower high school students to lead more active lives and make healthy, informed choices. Because I completely feel for every single high school senior out here. High school for me sucked. I was not the coolest kid in the world. I wasn't the fastest kid. I wasn't the tallest kid. But I loved sports. And I loved being around my friends who played sports with me. And I enjoyed all 4 years that I had got out of wrestling and out of football. Because I was around my friends. I was around something that got me out of all the negative. And that's what sports does. Without sports, we're just going to continue to just say whatever. Just keep going on and just keep living and just not even worry about it. Or just keep constantly thinking about it. We might have a death in the family. We might have something we've done in the past. We may have something that just irks us that we saw in the news, whatever. And if we don't have these positive outlooks on our mental health, it's just going to continue to get worse. So like I said, I feel for all these high school seniors out here that never got a chance. I'm sure a lot of, football and basketball were fine. Seemed like baseball got at least half their season in, most of the teams. But I mean, for all the seniors out here that had to graduate 6 feet apart or had to do a virtual graduation, how many of you were excited for graduation? How many of you were excited to bring a beach ball and bounce it around and have a good time and just cut up? And then have your teacher take a knife, which I don't know how he got a knife in the VBC, take the knife and pop the ball. That was the whole point. We just wanted you to mess with it. We wanted to mess with you one last time. It's just something we really need to think about. It's definitely something that is really going to help you going forward. Whether it's taking the right medications, if it's going and talking to somebody. You can always call in here and just talk to us. Maybe you're going through a lot and you just want to talk a little bit about some sports. You want to talk about how bad Alabama just continues to get terrible kickers every year. Or you can talk about whatever, just to get you through the day. So stop thinking of the negative. Stop thinking of the negative, especially during a pandemic, because it's doing nothing but hurting you, and it's hurting the rest of us. So with that being said, try not to be so sad and everything today. I'm just trying to keep a positive outlook in the future. I experience a lot of this stuff. Trust me. This is coming from the heart right now. This is me. I've experienced a lot of this kind of stuff. I have problems getting down on myself ever since I struck out for the first time as a little leaguer. Helmet down, looking down, crying, hard on myself. And we all are. And we got to start living more positive. So like I said before, kind of just doing a best of, kind of just taking over for a little bit, kind of just wanted to talk a little bit about what was going on, and thought maybe since, we just got done with The Last Dance and you see an iconic coach like that leave us, especially a coach that has been around that entire run that Michael Jordan had, it was something that I thought would drive home. So let's go to break. I told you what we would have later. We got next up Steve Savarise's conversation with Drew and Scott from Talking Ball, talking a little high school sports, kind of just give us a better feel of what to expect, and just kind of talk a little bit about how some of the teams may have missed out, but just what we can kind of do to maybe build on in the future. So we're going to go to break because we got to pay some bills. This is Chad Guathney.
Win their championship as opposed to what.
This is Chad Guathney right here. I don't know what happened there. It kind of cut out. This is Chad Guathney once again on the Tom Abraham Show, taking over for today. I'll see you when I come back.
I said that those decks have been